Right guys, just a quick little video. Some of the bits I've been doing on this Scorpion. I've looked on YouTube, not many videos about showing layouts of electronics and stuffs. So I thought I'd make a few little videos on my build, and there it is. Obviously I've already put the frame together, as most people do on the build videos, but you don't ever really see anything. Excuse my focus, try and get this back in, that's it. So here it is, framework's all put together, basic stuffs and the rest of it. As you can see, I've been rather busy. So here we have it. There's the NAS Rev 5. We got the pins coming out the side, right there, for your controller. I will be using not a full receiver, satellite receiver, which I'll be plugging into the back of it, right about there. I've got my 3 volt linkage, right about there. I do like to put a pin on it, same as I put a pin on the battery checker or battery alarm bit, or something like that anyway. And then obviously I've mounted it on the uprights just to keep it off the main chassis, and also give it a little bit more give if you have a crash, because the inevitable will happen. I've planted the pins on the side ready to take the receiver cable, which I do believe is somewhere here, but I'm not too sure where I've put it. And then obviously a lot of people have gone with a bottom plate and stuck all their power distribution board on the bottom plate. I'm guessing that the bottom plate is one of the first places to get it, depending on how you crash. If you drop out the sky, it's pretty flimsy but strong. I can imagine, you know, if you land heavy on wet grass, any water going up through the bottom is going to touch stuff. So what I've actually done is I've hooked up the power distribution board on the bottom of the uprights, with where they've got a pin coming through. I've actually put a nut on first and then another nut over the top. I've not yet wired the connectors onto there yet. Bought these little bees, 20 amp second hand, so they was already soldered onto whatever they had it on, and they cut the ends off. Me, I prefer to have an easy quick release system, so I can undo them from the control unit. Just for when you're setting up really as well, because normally you set up, and when you're setting up you discover that, oh dear, your motors are running the wrong way round. I've done that on my fossil stuffs today, which is there. And the 2 back motors were running the wrong way round, and basically like to swap them over. So instead of messing about with soldering, all I've done was unplug the 2 leads, 1 and 3, swap the motors positions, and away I go. It was happy days. Quick change, no soldering, no messing about. What I've done here is the battery checker lead is actually on one of these type of pins, one of the dog leg ones, the elbows at 90 degrees. All I've done was plugged it into the other part of the lead, which is in fact the actual signal wire off the servo lead that I've used to run my live to the main board from the PDB. And the PDB, I've actually used some of them same pins as well in there, if you can see, onto the PDB. So obviously again, more quick release. It's pretty tight as well, so the same with that, quick release. Hardwired these in, obviously, Couldn't be bothered messing about with pins and plugs and all the rest of it. It's about the only thing I do hardwire. It's only a case of 2 solder joints and the rest all unplugs. I've left the centre free, which is going to come off my battery. Also I'm going to run the battery off of this battery signal lead for your voltage and what you're not. And obviously once I get the motors in place, or once I've soldered them up, I'm then going to arrange these, a couple of little cable ties, maybe some velcro instead, just to hold them to the centre board. Same with these, and I'll somehow tidy up some of the cable so that it's not too messy. I've got pretty long leads on the motors anyway, so I could probably turn these round and maybe get them to somehow. It's a bit hard for videoing and trying to mess about. I was thinking of actually planting them sideways, which could be a possibility in there somehow. Yeah, that's about it, guys, for now. Until sorry about the blurry video. That's it until the next stage of the build, and I'll explain what I've done. I hope this helps out and gives some people some ideas, because it's not easy putting a quad together unless you're doing them all the time. And for the newbies, it is quite a daunting thing to do, especially when you've got loads of wiring to mess about with and loads of soldering, and you're not sure where to put things, you're not sure how to connect everything. And it's always handy to see someone else's wiring methods, just to see how neat it is, or which way round you want to go about it. But yeah, as you can see, it's all on the centre board, and out of the way of any damage, and also all compact, giving me more room to run wires underneath the distribution board if needed. And underneath the flight board I will be maybe coiling these up and cable tying them in, maybe throwing a cable tie around the outside of the board. Like it. Yeah, there we go, break it before I've thrown it. Cable tie around, all the way around, just to hold all the wires underneath the board. If ever I need to get to them, just undo the 4 screws and take the controller off. So there you go. There's my Scorpion Sky Strider 280. Like and share and comment if you have any comments. I'm using the Emax Cooling RS2205s. They're 2300 kV. I'm going to be flying it on a 4-cell, again the Rev 5 Naze 32. Full, that's with the barometer and stuffs. And then I'm using the little bees on the speed controllers. Right guys, thanks again. Remember to like and share my video and subscribe to my channel for the next lot of build threads on this quadcopter.